Hey, beautiful people, welcome or welcome back to my channel. My name is Alicia L. Watson. I make faith-based videos here on YouTube. Today is day 25 of 30 of a 30-day challenge that I created for myself to post here consistently on YouTube. I am to post a video a day for 30 days straight. Like I said, we're on day 25. If you want to watch the rest of the videos, I created a playlist over on my channel. If you want to walk with me throughout the rest of this journey, go ahead and subscribe. After that, after the 30 days are up, we'll figure out what we're doing. I pretty much know what I'm doing, but you'll know what I'm doing after that. But to my subscribers that are already here, thank you for being here. And yeah, let's get into today's topic. So today's topic is forgiveness. Forgiveness. It's a hard topic for us, but a very important topic for us as Christians, and something that we need to keep coming back to because people keep doing stuff that we keep having to forgive them for. And so I feel like it's something that you just keep having to level up in. I don't know if it's something that you ever really master, because you have to keep forgiving people because people don't stop peopling, and emotions don't stop emotioning, and feelings don't stop feeling, so this is one that I like to come back to for myself because of various different circumstances that require forgiveness. And one place that I like to look at in the Bible to help me to get through or to remember to forgive is Matthew chapter 18. It is 18:21, the parable of the unmerciful servant. And it reads, "Then Peter came to Jesus and asked, 'Lord, how many times shall I forgive someone who sins against me? Up to 7 times?' Jesus answered, 'I tell you, not 7 times, but 77 times. Therefore, the kingdom of heaven is like a king who wanted to settle accounts with his servants. As he began the settlement, a man who owed him 10,000 bags of gold was brought to him. Since he was not able to pay, the master ordered that he and his wife and his children and all that he had be sold to repay the debt. The servant fell on his knees before him. 'Be patient with me,' he begged, 'and I will pay back everything.' The servant's master took pity on him, canceled the debt, and let him go. But when the servant went out, he found one of his fellow servants who owed him 100 silver coins. He grabbed him and began to choke him. 'Pay back what you owe me,' he demanded. His fellow servant fell to his knees and begged him, 'Be patient with me, and I will pay you back.' But he refused. Instead, he went off and had the man thrown into prison until he could pay the debt. When the other servants saw what had happened, they were greatly distressed and went and told their master everything that had happened. Then the master called the servants in. 'You wicked servant,' he said, 'I canceled all that debt of yours because you begged me to. Shouldn't you have had mercy on your fellow servant, just as I had on you?' In anger, his master handed him over to the jailers to be tortured until he should pay back all he owed. This is how my heavenly Father will treat each of you unless you forgive a brother or sister from your heart." And that was Matthew 18:21 through 35. And in my Bible, I have circled "from your heart." And I wrote a notation, a prayer: "Lord, help me forgive from my heart." This one's really, really good. This is really, really good. A great reminder of how we are not entitled to forgiveness, yet God forgives us. And so, by the same token, no one's entitled to our forgiveness, but God forgave us. So, God is not going to look kindly upon our unforgiveness when we have asked for and received forgiveness from Him. And in addition to that, me asking, or Jesus even saying here, that you need to forgive from your heart is an even deeper level of forgiveness, because it's not just forgiveness in action. It's not just forgiveness in name. It's not just forgiveness because we have to forgive, because we're supposed to forgive, because good Christians forgive. It is from your heart. Like, your heart is open and softened and loving towards the person you're forgiving, in addition to actually forgiving them, because that's how God is to us. He's open, He's loving, He's compassionate, He's merciful to us, and He forgives that. I think God is so easily able to forgive us because whatever it is that we owe Him really has no bearing on Him, right? He doesn't like it, but it doesn't change him from being God. It doesn't change his status in any way. It doesn't change his power. It doesn't change anything. It's just a condition that changes us for us to be forgiven. And I think us following suit is understanding that the person who's done something to us doesn't really hold power over us. It's the unforgiveness that holds the power over us. And as powerful as God is to be able to forgive us, that's where we receive our power to forgive others. It's an understanding that this thing that you did to me, this thing that you withheld from me, this time when you weren't there for me, doesn't change what God has for me and who God says I am. And it should not change how I behave towards you, because that what you've done or what you withheld or what you've stolen or whatever you've done to offend me that is cause for me my unforgiveness does not change my life, me at all, when it comes to like what I have and what I've received in God. I hope that makes sense. We are powerful because, well, we can forgive from a space of power because we can emulate God in that way. Like the master here forgave the great debt of his servants with an expectation that he would do the same. Because if I can forgive your great debt, then you can forgive the small debts that don't amount to what you need to be forgiven for. Like he had 10,000 bags of gold and he's forgiving his fellow servant for 100 silver coins. Like it's a big discrepancy in the amount that they need to be forgiven. But if you're holding on to the idea of those little coins when God has literally given you, because you're not required to give back anymore, those 10,000 or those 100,000, what is it, 10,000 bags? Lord, my memory. He said he owed him, 10,000 bags of gold. Like, you have possession of 10,000 bags of gold. Like, and God has so much more. Like, he's not hurting for whatever it is that you owe him. He's not hurting for whatever it is that you need to be forgiven for. The forgiveness is for us. And conversely, our forgiveness of others is also for us, right? It's for them because they don't have to hold the burden of it. But some people don't even know that you've forgiven them. They don't know to apologize. They don't know that they hurt you sometimes. It just hurts you. And you can hold a grudge over someone's head. You can hold an offense over someone's head or within your heart. And that is harming you, right? So if you're operating from a place of I'm safe and I'm secure within God, then there's really nothing for you to hold a grudge for or to withhold forgiveness about, because we are empowered by our relationship and our reconciliation to and our forgiveness from or by God. So that encourages me, even when people do some shicey stuff, when people treat me wrong or, just disappoint me in any way. It's not easy. It's not easy, but I know that it's something that we should do. I find the ability to try to forgive from my heart because my heart, I know how much I don't deserve forgiveness from God, but he loves me enough to forgive, and I pass that love on to others to forgive them too. And also myself, I think sometimes we hold things against ourselves as well, and we need to forgive ourselves for decisions we made and decisions we didn't make and mistakes we've made and behaviors that we've had that maybe we've since changed, but we still receive the consequences of. Like, there's many reasons to be disappointing yourself, be hurt by yourself, but you can also forgive yourself for the things that you've done or felt or said. Even if another person doesn't, it doesn't help you to hold that over your head either if God is forgiving you too. And so again, forgiving others from your heart, forgiving yourself from your heart, being determined to push forward, to move forward in your life and with your relationship with yourself, with your relationship with others, and with your relationship with God. We have work to do. There's progress to be made. We're being transformed. We're renewing our minds, and being stuck in forgiveness doesn't allow any of that to happen. It is a replaying over and over again of whatever the offense was, and it keeps you stuck in a cycle. It keeps you stuck in negativity. It keeps you stuck in just all of the negative, non-fruit of the spirit emotions that are available to you that don't benefit you or anyone else. Like, you're not punishing anybody with your lack of forgiveness and your withholding times or your extreme boundaries, because boundaries are good, but extreme boundaries not necessary. But you do create healing spaces and operate, or spaces for God to operate in relationships, and love to love to abound when you're able to forgive, even if they don't deserve it, because we don't deserve it, and we have to keep that in mind. I could say so much more. I would love to go deeper on the topic with actual notes and with actual thoughts and actual planning, but for now, this will suffice. It's Matthew chapter 18, starting at verse 20. Oh, no, wrong side. Starting at verse 21. So Matthew chapter 18, starting at verse 21. And you can start reading there, dig deeper, pull out some concordances, some commentaries, some, other texts to dig deeper, even into just the idea behind this forgiveness that you should be providing, because God is providing forgiveness to you. That's all I have for you today. I thank you for joining me. If you like this video, like the video, share it with somebody who might need to hear it, subscribe to the channel, and I will see you here tomorrow for day 26. Okay? Bye.